the teammates of William Thomas, some know as Leah Thomas, the swimmer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaks out on what went on behind the scenes at the school.
Uh-oh,
bae. Like, welcome to the party. Where you been? Well, I don't blame her. I think she was. Well, wait till you hear what she has to say. All right, so the teammate of Will Thomas, also known as Leah in some circles, that was the swimmer from UPenn, the guy swimmer who started racing against the women.
Yeah.
And started winning by 34 seconds. Okay, in the pool.
Yeah.
Well, his teammate, Paula, here, is now speaking out. It's a little late in my eyes, but I get it. She's a young lady, and she was scared, and she was just going with what she was told. Yeah, she speaks out, and she goes over what went on behind the scenes at the school. All right, real quick, here's the Daily Caller with just some 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, why. So Paula Scanlon, former teammate of Will Thomas. I'm done with the nonsense with the names. I'm not feeding into what they want. I'm sorry. They wouldn't give me any leeway until calling me a phobe. So no, you get no leeway now. I'm sorry. Spoke out Monday. This was today after White House press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said it's dangerous to raise concerns about men competing in women's sports. It's dangerous, bae, to raise concerns about men competing in women's sports. It's dangerous, bae.
Oh, is it?
According to Jean-Pierre, the Muppet. So, the teammate heard that, and the teammate, Paula, here's what she had to say. Let's sit back and watch this young lady. Oh, yeah, Ed, we were talking about... Ed goes, oh, you talking about the submarine those dumbasses went down to the Titanic and that... Bae, sorry, bae. Ed, that's not funny, Ed. That's not funny. Listen to what... We opened the show with that. We made no jokes or anything about what happened with that submarine. All right, here, let's take a look to Dana Padula and her interview with Paula.
Today is the start of National Women in Sports Week, and it comes while more and more female athletes are...
Did they make National Women in Sports Week during Tranny Month? Wow. We're winning, bae. We're taking back the culture.
Today is the start of National Women in Sports Week, and it comes while more
Henry
and more
Walker
female
checking
athletes
in.
are bravely speaking out about competing against...
Yes, I would light up the cigar and drink the bourbon on the submarine, and I'd be singing that Dido song. I will go down with this ship. Right. You know that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be singing that and puffing on the cigar. Right. To be honest with you, you know what I'd be singing?
What?
Amazing Grace or something. You know that, babe. I'd be, you know, blessed be the rock. Blessed be the rock of my salvation. I'd be Jesus.
Every song.
Babe, I would be an older black woman singing in the gospel choir if I was on that submarine right now. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. I'd be it's probably cold down there. I'd be fanning myself just to be like I'm back in the hot Georgia church. Right. Testify.
Oh, man.
I don't mean to make fun because you know me. I love God, Jesus Christ, my Lord and personal Savior. He is my Savior. And I would be on that submarine making sure that everybody in that submarine understands what the consequences, and let's get on the right boat. I was going to say the right ship, but we shouldn't. All right, here we go. Back to this.
Biological men. And that includes our next guest, Paula Scanlon, former teammate of trans swimmer Leah Thomas at the University of Pennsylvania. It is wonderful to have you here with us.
Good morning.
You swam with Leah Thomas. You didn't speak up at the time.
Will Thomas.
I don't know what has changed. You could tell us that you decided to speak out now, that this was a big concern of yours and you're not happy with it and you want it not to continue.
Yeah, and I think in the last year I really thought that wouldn't continue to happen. I thought maybe swimming was like the exception sport, but I continue to see this happen and continue to see other girls, and especially Peyton McNabb, and I know you guys had her on. Seeing her, she was severely injured, and she was hurt by a transgender individual in her sports, and that's in a high school level. So just those young girls that are being affected by this.
Remember the volleyball player?
Yeah.
Like friggin' the guy who's playing on the girls' team did that reenactment from what was that where they're playing volleyball in the pool? Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parkers.
Well, this one was Meet the Parents when they're in the pool.
Yeah.
And
He came
Gaylord
down.
Fokker
Bam!
came up right.
Yeah.
That's what happened to this high school girl who has actual permanent damage now because this guy playing on the girls' team.
More force.
Yeah. I'm done playing along, Bay.
I never did play along.
I'm done playing along. Get your mental disorder in check.
It's the truth.
Get your dysphoria in check. Because we're done playing along.
Yes, I
Sorry.
couldn't stay quiet because I had to speak up for them.
That injury that Peyton suffered, I mean, you have to wonder, did that prevent her from being able to go on to play in college? Because she was with the concussion, the injuries were so severe, and she decided to back out.
Yeah, no, and she's not doing any sports in college at all now, from my understanding. I actually met with her last week, and it's so disheartening, and seeing all those young girls that could be affected that way, like, we can't let that happen.
I thought there's a couple interesting things you said, and thank you for being here today. Backstroke is your stroke, right? Is that 50 meters, 100,
comment.
or what is it for you?
100, 200, but college is in yards, and then the Olympic is in meters, so it's a little bit confusing.
Did you swim directly against Leah Thomas?
No, I did not. So I
Okay.
actually swam different events, which, again, my perspective might be a little bit different on all of that because I never actually raced.
Well, here's what I picked up in some of the interviews you've done.
Cover
is that
up.
members of the team or the
Cover
school
up,
came to
dude.
people like you and said,
Like, come on, man. Like, now I know it's a fetish. Right? This is how you wear it? Now I know it's a fetish, bro. Jesus. Lord of mercy.
you'll regret talking.
I wish I was on that submarine. Okay.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. Man. Shame on Fox News, man. Putting the cheeks out there like that.
Talking to the media?
Look at the size of this man. Look at this linebacker, Bay. Bay, look at the junior say-out of swimming. Jesus. Sorry.
A year in advance, they told the team this is non-negotiable. Leah Thomas will be on the team. They told you that you were the problem. And some of the
Really?
swimmers hid in the bathroom stalls so that they could avoid changing in front of Leah Thomas. Is all of that true?
Yeah, so they never really had a conversation with us about the non-negotiable until after the season had already begun. So that meeting, pretty much saying, don't talk to the media, your Leah Swimming is a non-negotiable, and offering us counseling services, all happened in one meeting that happened about the beginning of December of 2021. So they kind of didn't really address any of it until it became a problem with the media and until there was a huge story about it.
So they come to you and they tell you all this, and you guys are tight, right? You're a team. You spend hours every day of the week.
Well, some more tight than others.
Yep.
Sorry. That's rude of me.
A problem with the media and until there was a huge story about it.
So they come to you and they tell you all this, and you guys are tight, right? You're a team. You spend hours every day of the week together. What was the talk about on the team?
Before, it was just one-on-one conversations you would have with people, and you would say, hey, you know, like, what do you think about this? Maybe this isn't fair. But once they had that talk with us, we stopped talking to each other about it, right?
Wow.
That conversation was so scary and so frightening that we were afraid to even speak amongst ourselves. And at that point, you know, you couldn't really raise any concerns because you didn't know who you could trust.
That's interesting. So we reached out to the University of UPenn. They did not respond at this time. Going back to when Leah Thomas was first competing, there was
Will Thomas.
a narrative out there that the team didn't care because they just wanted to win and they were wanting to get all the championships. I thought that was odd at the time. I was like, wow, is that true? And
We just want the championships, Bay.
That what the school wanted.
Wow. Narcissism. Greed. Believing a lie, knowing
It's still
it's untrue.
It's still a lie.
Right. You know what that's called? That's called doublethink. When you believe a lie, even though you know
It's a lie.
it to be untrue.
And now you're here to help explain that.
Yeah.
Read the book, 1984. Okay? Or watch the movie if you have to, all right? The book was better.
Yeah, so obviously Leah swimming helped us win, right? That's
Yeah.
going to be the case no matter what. But whether or not people were okay with that, definitely we weren't. Obviously, no one wants the win to feel tainted, especially since there is controversy about.
Do you know why I paused it?
Why?
Guess.
Why?
She said taint. She said taint. Sorry. I'm sorry. It is a piece. It's a body part.
Yeah.
So it's a medical term. It's just like, listen, I don't care how old you get. When someone says the planet Uranus, you're gonna chuckle a little bit.
Yeah, I still do.
Right.
Every time I hear
Yeah.
it, you can't help it.
I like you could be the Pope, right? Oh yes, the Pope, the Pope. Oh yes, planet Earth, Uranus. Right.
You can't
Well,
help it.
obviously Leah swimming helped us win, right? That's going to be the case no matter what. But whether or not people were okay with that, definitely we weren't. Obviously, no one wants the win to feel tainted, especially since there is controversy about whether in the future this could be overridden or overruled. How will that change our team's records, our team's scores? So obviously, no one really wanted that. I think obviously nobody's in sports to win unfairly. So I don't think that narrative.
Can I just ask, since you've spoken
Not
out,
everybody.
What has the reaction been? I know part of the fear of speaking out is that you're going to be either criticized by your teammates or your school, but also, of course, we know what happens online. And so now you're taking this brave step. What has the reaction been?
I've had a few teammates reach out to me and actually tell me they really support me. Maybe they'll eventually speak out themselves. Mostly positive. Obviously, there's the haters online that you're going to get messages, and people are calling me. I'm trying to ban transgender individuals from sports. That's not the case. I've never suggested that, right? They can compete in the category they're biologically supposed to be in. So that's just, that's pretty much been the reaction.
You are Catholic?
Yes.
Right? And you sought some spiritual guidance through all of this. And it came up at the White House back on the 14th of June, just about a week ago. I just want to get your reaction to this exchange.
Oh, here's the Muppet. Here's Muppet Head. Here, Jean-Pierre. 5 minutes later. Right, what is that, SpongeBob? Right. Meanwhile. Yeah.
Say to parents out there who have daughters, let's say from high school, for example, who are worried that their daughter may have to compete against a male and worried about their daughter's safety.
That is a dangerous thing to say, that essentially transgender kids we're talking about are dangerous.
Okay, so you've lived.
She's the worst.
Right?
She's the worst. Too much muff diving or something. You got to be careful with that, too. Michael Douglas got throat cancer, remember? Right? What's her name? Catherine Zeta-Jones said that? Well, he said that about, right.
This. All right. I don't know how you feel about that reaction there. And also, you're going to be in Washington. For what?
So this week is the anniversary of passing Title IX, so I'm going to be around Capitol Hill making the statement clear that we need to properly defend Title IX and what it stands for. And I understand there's some people who are trying to rewrite that and put in individuals that identify as women to fall under Title IX, and I'm going to be there to stand against that.
The White House spokesperson just said it's dangerous.
I think what's dangerous is having biological men in women's spaces. If you haven't seen with Peyton McNabb, if you haven't heard about Loudoun County, Virginia, and the
Loudoun County, Virginia. What happened there?
Restroom.
In the restroom, right. Right. Oh, it's not...
Whatever.
Oh, we cover it every week. Something.
in the bathrooms in the high school,
You got sickos
I think
out
that's
there.
dangerous. And even
Sickos.
if it's a small
Sickos using this
To take advantage.
to get their rocks off. Dummies.
small number, like she's trying to
Right.
suggest, it doesn't make it any less dangerous for women.
And as you said, it's not being contained just to swimming. This is now across the board, cyclocross, running.
Not in the NBA, though. Not in basketball. I wonder why.
But,
Bay, I know why, Bay. Well, except for one. I have one in the WNBA.
who's that?
I don't know.
Joanna, man?
I don't know, but she has a. She might have a little bit more of a Russian accent now. Bay.
Uh-huh.
Bay.
What?
I saw Griner topless.
Uh-huh. What you think?
It's a dude.
Really?
It's a dude. I have to whisper it. The bots are listening on YouTube right now,
Yeah.
and YouTube will give me a strike. But it's a dude.
We ain't got a strike yet.
It's a dude.
Turn your head and cough tight.
Mike Obama. I'm sorry. What? What happened?
Oh, man.
Running, swimming, powerlifting, and probably more to come.
Yeah.
Paula, you are brave
Yeah.
for speaking out.
Yes, thank you for having
Paula
me.
Scanlon, thank you.
Brave. That's the problem. You have to be brave now to say, yo, dude, get out of the pool. Now, say, pendulum's coming back the other way.
You just see the generations.
Thank you, Sarah. Will Thomas is irrelevant. Gaines and this woman taking. Oh yeah, Riley Gaines. She's great. She's married though. Men means biological men. It's like saying single bachelors. I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Yep, here you go. Here's William Thomas in the men's, ranked 462nd in men's swimming.
Nah, identify as a
Grow your hair out. Ranked number 1 women's swimming. You crazy man. You crazy man. Yep. I follow her on Twitter now. I recommend you do the same. She's a good follow. Paula Scanlon. She's Taiwanese American. Defender of free speech. Hashtag save women's sports. Woo. Respect her sports. Yeah, notice it doesn't say respect they them sports.
Mm-hmm.
Her sports. Oh yeah. So you know they did the nuns.
Yeah.
The Dodgers did the nuns crap, making the trans nuns.
Yeah.
Making fun of Catholics.
Mm-hmm.
They got their asses handed to them that game,
They've been on a losing streak ever since.
and they got swept, Bay,
I see that.
by the Giants.
15-0.
They got swept. She's pretty based, this Paula. See this post on Twitter? This is not a sneak preview of what. This is just a sneak preview of what you might see if you decide to open TikTok. Please explain how trans women are better at being women. This entire movement is about erasing real women, and they can't even hide it. Disturbing.
Trans woman is just an idea of what that man think a woman should be like.
And look at this blasphemy right here. Jesus is non-binary. Oh, well, it was immaculately conceived, right? So he's non-binary. Mm-mm. It says it in the Bible, in the good book. He's a man.
Angels are non-binary.
And there's only 2 genders.
Yeah, males and females.
God created man, and then God created woman. I'm sorry if you think you got the raw end of the deal. But let me tell you, God doesn't make mistakes. Some of the plastic that you're eating may be screwing with your brain.
Yeah.
Some of those pesticides they're spraying may be screwing with your brain, as we learned about. Trans women are better at being women? What the hell are you?
No.
That's sexist. Sexist! How do I report this as sexist and bullying? Yeah. Follow her on Twitter. I highly recommend it. She's going to be with Riley Gaines. I wonder if she's coming to Clarksville when Riley's here. Bay, a guy or girl? Going to play a quick game.
With all the makeup.
Henry goes, "You are correct, sir." What's up, Henry? How you doing, brother?
Oh.
There he is with the UPenn team. There's Will. Is it a guy or girl?
What you talking about? Dude in the middle?
Yeah. That's Will Thomas.
He was real Thomas.
He wants to be called Leah Thomas.
Uh,
Yeah, that's him.
Before?
Before what? Before he grew out his hair?
Yeah.
It's the same person, just with shorter hair. Right.
And look, but he looked like he had more weight on in that picture
Could have.
because his face looked more rounder.
Is this fair, Bay? This whole nonsense? Is it fair?
No, it's not fair.
Listen, as a male chauvinist, I'm all for it. Let's win both categories of sports, men and women. Look, you could tell right from the start.
Of course.
Look at the opening dive.
The kickoff. As I
Okay?
say.
Yeah. Look at the difference, Bay.
He was already ahead when he jumped.
Please don't say ahead while this guy's around.
XY.
XY. There's no difference.
Yes, it is.
The fuck? There isn't.
There's a difference.
It's not fair. Leave the kids alone. Leave the women alone. Friggin' sorry. I'm sorry. You know your brain is confused. I'm sorry. Sorry, but that's exactly what it is, and I'm gonna pray for you.
Because you don't hear about no trans females, eh?
No, you know why? Bring it.
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Bring it.
But they pushing all the trans.
Did you see the letter, the congratulations letter
From who?
Biden wrote to Leah Thomas, Will Thomas?
Uh.
Oh, dude. I can't believe this didn't make the friggin' headlines.
What a bunch of
No. It's actually pretty well. It's coherent.
So somebody else wrote it?
I don't know, but yeah.
Deep thoughts by Joe Biden.
There's Joe Biden's congrats to Leah Thomas letter that he wrote.
Oh man. No. Oh.
Just there you go. Joe Biden wants a shower.
Hey. No him.
Showered with his daughter up until she was age 11. That's a little weird.
I thought it was 14. Ain't what it said in the diary?
Was it? Maybe. So, should males face females in sports?
No.
But what if they identify? Shut the fuck up. Enough of playing your games. Enough. Phobe! Nope. Just tell it like it is. Yeah. Anytime I'm going to get called a phobe again, you're a reality phobe. Reality phobe! Reality phobe! There's an issue upstairs. And if you need help, we'll get you the help. Cutting off things. They always want to talk about the health care overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do you know where it's illegal to cut off kids' things and whatever?
Mm-hmm.
France, Norway, Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They all the studies that they've done, like, listen, this is making things worse. You cannot do this here. Idiots, follow the money. It's $1 billion industry that people get hooked on. No, they have to continue medical procedures on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And they have to keep going back
Yep.
and back and back and back. And here's pills, okay? And now you got to stick this up there every month. And you got to do this because it's a wound and it's naturally healing. So you got to do this. And then you got to come in for this. And all the while, boom, boom, boom. You see that? That's a Nazi salute of making it rain. You're a cult. And your brain's messed up, so you're playing along with it. Well, I'm done playing along. So, call me a phobe. Do what you got to do. I'm done. Everybody else is too. Everybody else is. You went too far. Oh, and these drag parades again this weekend. Oh, the sex shows. It's sex shows. You got demons in you. Get them out of you. You got horny demons in it. Get rid of it. You're hooked on porn and everything. Stop it. Stop it. Disgusting. All right. Wish you the best, though. You know why? I don't want to see them burn in hell. Well, I won't. I don't want them. I don't want them to burn in hell. I don't want humans to burn in hell. But, man, get into that book. Read that book. It'll change your life for the better. And the people around you for the better. So, Bay, I was talking about this. I was telling you about that Satanist that saw the light, changed his ways. And the Satanist said something, former Satanist now, was talking to the people. And because Muslims feel the same way about LGBTQ, you know, the Jews feel the same way about LGBTQ and transgender and abortions and cutting off PPs and woo-has and boobies and cutting them all off, right? Buddhists, same thing, you know, they're not for this. But it's only the Christians being attacked for it. Do you know why? Well, the Satanist, former Satanist said, man, because they do witchcraft. They really do. They do witchcraft. They do demonic stuff. It's real. There is a heaven. There is a hell. There is a God. And if there is a God, there is a Satan. And if you believe there is a Satan, you have to believe that there's a God, because it is the God who created the Satan, the Lucifer, the fallen angel, who took a third of the angels with them, became the demons.
But we all got choices.
So the Satanist goes, do you know why? Puerto Rican guy. So do you know why we didn't cast spells or focus on the Muslim or draw attention and hate towards the Muslim or the Jew or the Buddhist? Because we don't have to. We already know those aren't the real gods. The Satanist said, we know that you Christians, that your God is real. And that's why we attack you. Because we have to get you away from him. Because he is the true God. I'm listening to this guy. I'm going, damn. Get me some of that guy's coffee. I'm in. All right. John Ramirez is the guy's name. Check him out on YouTube. John Ramirez. Hell of a story. This guy was high up in that Satan world, killing people. And then boom, dies. He died. For some reason, he was saved. Maybe to fill the sin. But all right, Bay. I'm ready. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment away. And yeah, I'm done playing games. Why? Because it's not helping you at all. Yeah. Love you. You're my brother or my sister, no matter what race, creed, religion. To be honest with you, we're all family when it gets down to it. Your family. I don't want to see my family not join us in eternal paradise. And there's only one way to get up there. That is to repent and believe that he is the Savior. It's the only way. This other way, well, if I'm just nice, I'm a nice person. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. There's 10 commandments you have to follow, and none of us follow them. We all break them. All of us. Right here. So, how do we get up there? It's like a judge. God's like a judge. You break the 10 commandments, okay? Say one of them was speeding, right? Speeding, driving fast. Say you go to court for a speeding ticket, right? Well, I'm a good person. Yeah, I know, but you still broke the law. Okay? Who's going to pay for this ticket? Well, I guess I got to pay for it. Well, guess who paid for our tickets? Jesus Christ. Okay? I hate to do that analogy, but that's the dummy man analogy. So what do? You have to praise that man and try not to get any more speeding tickets. That's what it comes down to. All right, I'm done preaching for the day. I'm not even a preacher, babe. Just been thinking a little bit more clearly since I haven't been drinking or anything.
Mm-hmm.
The brain is working. Plus, it's good coffee. Henry, he says, brother, I'm proud of you. Good words. Hey, listen, I'm just not here to hate. I'm here to help. That's all. So I want to be effective. I don't want to be right. I don't want to be wrong. I just want to be effective and helpful. Lead the way, Henry.